Ji, Assalamualaikum everyone, it's Shoayb Khan and welcome to the live update of Crypto Affairs. It's 24th of April, 3 a.m. in the morning, and we're gonna be discussing how the market is looking and what's just happening since 2 days. So let's get started with this. I'm gonna share my screen here. I guess you can see it correctly if I put that in this mode. All right, so as usual, we're gonna go through the Bitcoin update first. We're gonna have a look to see how these things are unfolding. And at any time, you're gonna feel like, hey, Shoaib, you're pretty going too fast. You're pretty jacked up on Epic. So do let me know. I'm gonna slow it down. So let's have a discussion here first, and then we're gonna be switching towards your queries. All right, so I'm gonna turn on my session breaks. Okay, so we are pretty much bleeding since you can say the midday of Thursday. We did our small break of structure at around 28,900, and since then when we are continuously bleeding. The bleeding of like Bitcoin stopped at around Friday 21st of April late night, and then yesterday we had a pull back and then coming down again to this entire day on Sunday, and the volume is pretty much dried out. So what's happening there is we had this current week support because we had our orders back in here. It was it was breached first here. You can see the first breach, the retest, the retesting it again, and then it went down, went up again to retest, and then there's a sharp drop at the early Saturday, the late Friday night, and then we were consolidating the entire day yesterday, and then we had some positivity in the green in the market due to the dominance effect and the pairing of other major altcoins with Bitcoin, and then we are coming back to these levels of early 27,000 dollars again. So what's happening? Why Bitcoin is bleeding? Why it's making the lower lows? The answer is simple. I'm gonna remove the current week support because it's been tested and absorbed. The answer is pretty simple. The market makers were looking at the short orders which were not pretty much building up at this area. All right, so whoever is saying, oh man, look, we had this quick impulses and now BTC is going back down and testing it, well, unfortunately that's not the case because these impulses were having a mid phases of consolidation. You can see it here, the first consolidation. Just it just that's how you look at from this perspective, from right to left. There's the first consolidation, the second one, and then again the third and fourth, and so on. So this range has nothing to do with this bleeding. The thing is that it was just giving you the opportunity. All right, the market maker is started to go like, all right, the market is going down, are you not like literally pushing a few shorts? No, some retailer jumped up, boom, SLs hit, and then, oh look, the market is still going down, are you still not in short? Some retailers entered and then hunted their assets, and then again, look, the market is going down, are you not still in the shorts? And then all the stop losses of longs were hit here, coming back, hit the stop losses of all those shorts here, and that was the story all over the heat map data and the things behind these charts. So the situation is pretty simple here. This is why we were bleeding since like 2 or 3 days. We made like three lows at this point. Our EQ lows are still valid, but a lot of people are being speculating that market is in the form of breaking its character from the bullish to the bearish one, and now we are going towards 19k, 16k. They are right, but they are also wrong because the time frame is all messed up in their analysis. Why is that? Because you're gonna break the character if you look at the higher time frame at 4 hours and above, up to the extent of the daily chart. You're gonna see that character is actually breaking at around equal lows. So this is why we need to see, if we lose this support and we held the entire day below this equal lows, then we're gonna see, all right, we are coming back to retracing all these impulses, and now the character is broken since now we are coming back to the early 20k, or might be possible, you know, hitting the 19 and 18k level to this support band, losing the support band. So until then it is not the case, and now the liquidity is pretty much been trapped here. It's already been absorbed. The liquidity was at early 27k. So what the situation is happening, the main liquidity is right here at this point at mid 30,000. All right, I'm gonna mark it for you if you want to save the chart, or I'm also gonna, I can move this, but yeah, I'm gonna remove this one. So the liquidity, all these liquidities is absorbed, this 27k is absorbed, the main liquidity is lying at the 30,564 and above. Since I'm using the index, so apologies for any 10 or 12 dollars of deviation. So the situation is looking at, we may range in here, we may hit the stop losses before going up, because we need to shake out all those longs building up in this situation. So in that case we will also validate the equal lows, and then we're gonna go towards the liquidity buildup at around 30 or late 29k. So that's what's happening with the BTC. Very simple TA, very, there's no complexity in it, to be honest. If you know what you're doing, if you're not bound to use those retail patterns and all those technical analysis, so if you know what you're doing on the charts, it's pretty clear. All right, so I'm gonna move towards the Ethereum. I'm gonna elaborate the last technical analysis that I just posted on Twitter yesterday. So all right, so we had this liquidity at 1848, but before we dive into the USDT pair, let's look at the Ether BTC pair. All right, so we are making, oh look, this is the pattern of going down. This is the bearish pattern. Well, I don't think it's gonna play out, because we are seeing some stability here, and we can go up, retracing towards this liquidity in the Ether BTC pair, and that's the reason I'm still looking at that Ether might recover from this zone, because this liquidity is trapped. So I'm gonna mark till here, and if you look at the Fibonacci here, I'm just gonna mark the latest ones. All right, the top of 1981 and the bottom of 1826. You can see we are pretty much trading under the 0.5. So that's how you're gonna be doing it. All right, I hope my voice is clear now. I think it's all good from my side though. I don't know what's happening towards your side. So then you're gonna be hitting the 0.5 levels, accepting that, then we're gonna complete the range going back to the 1981. So far the consolidation phase and the support being held on Ethereum chart, that's what I can see at this moment. The bleeding might continue for like a couple of hours more until the Asian session open up, and then we're gonna see how the highs of the Monday will gonna develop, either on in the London session or in the New York session. All right, so that's pretty much up with the Ethereum. Let's move towards the gold chart. All right, I'm gonna take a sip. I hope you're enjoying these updates though, and if you do so, well, you can always share these videos, invite your friends and whatsoever, man. All right, so I'm gonna switch towards 5-minute chart here. Yeah, I'm gonna come back to link and US, don't worry about that. Okay, so we had a really choppy Friday. We started from $2004, we came back down towards 1981, then hit the 1998 stop losses, and then nosedive towards 1971, and then we ended up in the accumulation phase. So the market just opened, and I guess they hit all the SLs of, it opened with a gap from 1982 to 1980. There's a $2.5 of gap, so I guess the longs liquidations are taken here, and we have yesterday high of 1997. All right, I'm gonna draw the simple Fibonacci here, and I think it will gonna consolidate a bit. I'm gonna open the market sessions. The New York the Tokyo session is about to start. Actually, I've already tweaked it according to cryptocurrency. So it's already started if you think about it like in the terms of forex and commodities. So it's all started here. I think it will gonna consolidate a bit, go back to 0.5, coming back down, and then it will go towards this point at 1992. We need to grab this liquidity at around here. So I'm gonna mark it as the POI here at 1992. Turn off my sessions, and that's how the intraday POI will gonna play out. So let's see how the day unfolds. I usually don't take the starting setups of the week. I wait for it to play its move first, usually in between the London session, and then you kind of go with the analysis because you have the clear picture and how the the price has been spread throughout the day. So and how it will gonna go in terms of the previous week closure and to the projection of a coming week. So let's wait for it. I guess the current day POI is sitting at 1992. We are still sitting at 1982. There's a 100 pip difference, and let it spread out, and then we're gonna enter accordingly. All right. So somebody's asking me about the CFX, so I'm gonna do the analysis now. Coming back to your questions. It's funny how a lot of people been asking me about is this rising wedge will gonna play out, and all those times like a couple of days ago when we were sitting at 31 and 30,000, and people been like I have can you have any comments on my charts because I just drew this head and shoulders. What do you think about that? Is it right or not? Well, I don't know, man. Screw the old P. I'm too cool to go back. Give me the mic and tell me where the studio's at. So coming back to the CFX, we had our POI at 39.89. It's been tapped, been rejected, been breached, and then rejected, and then we are moving forward towards the lows. Let's have a look here. You're asking me about, is there any chance for CFX to reach the 36 cents? The thing is that we are still in making of the lower lows here, and we're gonna have to see if we can do some the change of character here. For that we need to stabilize above the 0.5, and then we're gonna be moving towards the 39.31. So in that case we're gonna be making that the POI you're looking at. But until then we are still making the lower lows, and we will have a short drop if we lose this support of $22 cents actually. So let's wait for stabilization before, if you're planning to do do DC or whatsoever. So yeah. All right, so coming back to another question, link analysis please. Oh man, link's been really nosediving. I hope it hits my entry, go below towards 6.4. I'm not endorsing Epic though, but I really love the drink. All right, yes, I know there's a huge CME gap, and that's how they outplay you. So we have a support here at around 6.71. I'm not gonna call it a really huge support though. Let me look on our daily chart. Well, I guess I deleted all my analysis. If you know why I'm marking this 6.864, well, if you know how I do it, and if you don't know why I'm marking this level, well, you got to learn to mark the market makers markers. I already explained it in my video, and we have really amazing support here. If you look at it, this was the daily, so we hit our daily support here at 6.864. Now we are recovering a bit, trying to reclaim the $7 of value. It already did, as I said. So I don't think it's curvature gonna play out, but it may go like grabbing this liquidity, coming back, retapping the 0.5 level, accept it, and then we're gonna grab this liquidity at 7.328. Then it will gonna accumulate for a bit, coming back down. So yeah, so far it's stabilizing at 864. The liquidity is already been tested, so a lot of people might think that we're gonna be taking an entry at around here at 6.916. It will gonna come back, hit the stop losses, go 20-30 pips lower than that, and then moving up. So that's how it will gonna unfold at the charts of Link. Well, it's been really nosediving, and this was the reason why I was not taking an entry here. Although we could have minted some profit, but what were the odds of going towards and $9, and it just dropped from 8.8. So I guess it was a good decision to not take entry at this point, because ever since it's been nosediving, and it's down around 22%. So yeah, that's all about it. All right. Yeah, 7.6 is basically Link is safe to hold if your liquidity is fine, if you're holding it in spot. So it's all good, and don't worry about that. SNX Analysis. By the way, I'm already in EOS position. My entry is at 1.097, if I'm not wrong, 97 or 96 cents. And I'm thinking about, accumulating a bit of EOS here, because I can see a recovery in a higher time frame. I may look at it. Just give me a couple of days to think about it, because I was not available in front of charts ever since a day before Eid. So I'll have a look on it. All right, so let's have a look on SNX here. I hope you're getting my point. I hope you're getting the analysis, and if I'm still going too fast and you still think, hey man, Shoayb, you're pretty jacked up on Epic, you might have to slow down, so do let me know. I'm up since like 4 days, so kind of excuse my blabbering though. All right, so in SNX we have our levels of 2.798 and 2.833. I have no idea how I marked it, but it's marked on my chart. It's earlier setup here since 19th of December. The support been lost, tested, going back down, resistance been tested, coming back, retested, and then it was breached. So I'm gonna remove this one. Oh man. Right, I'm also gonna remove these lines. Let's do a fresh analysis. All right, thanks man, appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna mark my support here at the daily, which is at 2.345. I don't think this support will gonna hold at 2.190, but the closest support we have is 2.345. And going back to 180 minutes or 3-hour chart, the trading view decided to hang up, and this will kind of piss me off. So let's wait for a moment. We need to bear. All right, it's back again. So we have this support at 2.345. We're gonna come back down, hit some stop losses. We have this liquidity here. Actually, it's already been tested though. It's not valid anymore. We have the liquidity. Where's the liquidity? Do we have the liquidity? Wait a minute. We have this pump down, both sides been whacked off, then pump, then coming back down. Alright, we have this candle coming back down up. Now we are losing the support. Well, these candles are pretty, screwed up. Yeah, here it is. Here's the goddamn liquidity. So we have a liquidity at 2.729 though, but we got to reclaim this IBOS this level. It's already been rejected from here. So we have IBUS here. If it stabilizes above it, then we're gonna shoot towards this 2.729, or else we will keep losing the support, hit the stop losses, stabilize above this daily support, and then reclaim the IBUS. So that's how it will gonna turn out. So if you're planning to do some DC or whatsoever, you gotta wait till daily support at 2.345. All right. Let's have a look at DXY. Then we're gonna uh, summarize this video. You're gonna say Tata to me, and I'm gonna hit the bat. Most probably not gonna sleep though, but again. All right. What do we have in dollar? We are in intraday chop here. And what do I mean by that? If you look at the TA at 3-hour chart, we are making the lower highs, the lower lows, lower high, then lower low, and this low high, and then the extreme low. Then the dollar decided to, oh, I'm a goddamn dollar, I'm gonna, move up. So it's been stabilizing, and this is where they are actually trying to uh, read your minds, how you're gonna take up your positions with that. This is actually is being doing here. They are doing it here. So they are pretty much keeping it sideways. So they gotta judge if the shorts are gonna open here. Well, we're gonna hit a spike and then continue this downtrend. But if the longs are started to build, it will gonna go totally opposite of this entire structure. It will gonna do the BOS here. Well, I don't have a data to read the longs and shorts. There's all that stuff here, but I'm gonna mark it for you to keep it simple, so you don't have to do your own you know do your own research, and it's not a fucking financial advice and whatsoever you want to call it. So this is the BOS. As soon as you reclaim this, the 1.2.4, well, that's a doom call for the gold and other cryptocurrencies. But until then, I think while looking at the other charts and all that stuff, I think the continuation of lower lows will gonna be continued, and it might come back down and consolidate a bit. So the other currencies and the other pairs will gonna be have their highs tapped again, and then the dollar will start to move up, and they will start to bleed, completing the cycle, and that's how it will gonna go. So that's all about it, and do let me know if there's any confusion. By the way, I'm just in a single I already told you about the EOS. I'm in that position. I'll have a look on that tomorrow, while we're gonna be making some uh, intraday highs and whatever you want to call it, the Monday high and whatsoever. So I'm gonna analyze, I'm gonna assess it again, and if I have to accumulate, I will probably market my current lows and may DCA there, or else I'm gonna be just leaving it for a while, for like 2 or 3 days, not gonna think about it too much, which I usually don't. So that's all about it. So if you have any queries, do let me know in the comments. If you like the video, like and share with your friends, and that's the update. I'm gonna be posting the charts, and yeah, Eid Mubarak to you again, and don't let the market surprise you. Allah Hafiz.